USA Cycling asked me, can you improve the bicycle? I said, oh, sure, no problem. So I said, you just clean up the aerodynamics. My name is Chester Kyle, and I'm an aerodynamicist and engineer who designs sports equipment.
Chester's an interesting man. He was frustrated that with the standard bicycle and people should do better.
You couldn't tell the difference between the bicycle they used in 1982 and the one that existed in 1896. It changed very little. We had the idea that we could do a better job of designing. We set out to build the best bike.
Bicycles are a terrible shape to go fast aerodynamically, and if it doesn't have a smooth surface that's gently curving to flow over, it will cause a large build-up in resistance.
This was a recumbent which was invented in 1932-33 by Charles Mochet of France, and he proposed to race this bicycle, so he got a second category rider, Faure, I guess is his name, and he put him on this thing, and he suddenly began beating all of the racers in Europe. He set a world hour record, he did all sorts, he was winning one race after another on the track. So the UCI got together in 1933, their famous convention, and they ruled that this was not a bicycle. It's a continual competition between the technologist and the designer and the rules maker.
You can't divorce yourself from technology. It's myopic.
One of the things that they asked me to do was design a bicycle uniform for aerodynamic purposes, where we got rid of all of the bodily contours that we could get rid of.
The air flowed smoothly over your head and over your chest, and so it lowered the drag. Well, the minute the UCI saw it, they banned it.
As soon as something's banned, you go get the rules, you read it through, don't waste your time protesting. Read the new rules and work out how to do it better.
All you have to do is completely work over a bicycle within the rules, and you do away with all of the screws, bolts, washers, bad aerodynamic cross sections. You make everything smooth.
And he wasn't prepared to just sit there and say, all right, it's banned, I'll give up. He kept going.
When we started working on these bicycles, the science of sports was just new. The Germans, East Germans, the Russians, they had created sports science to try to make their athletes and their teams and their competitors the best in the world. It was the Cold War, and it was a very intense time in history. So our program was created to compete with the East Germans and the Russians in Eastern Europe.
What is his greatest achievement? Well, I would say that it was the '84 Olympic bicycle.
So what we did is we took a normal bicycle and we completely cleaned it up. We had disc wheels, aero frames, we had aero handlebars. The most incredible feeling I ever had as far as satisfaction and pleasure was, and watching people win on the bikes that we designed was just an utter, absolute, incredible feeling. We ended up winning, well, a total of maybe 11 or 12 medals. Every part of the modern bicycle, the handlebars, the frame, the wheels, the pedals, the cranks, the sprockets, every part of it is something that we used on racing bicycles for the Olympics in '84 through '96.
He started a whole new movement of free thinking.
It really did change cycling, much like the change from a piston engine aircraft to a jet engine. It was a complete change.